Surprise! This is not mint. It was never mint, and I went to pull a piece up and didn't think to look at, I don't know if you see them, these tiny, tiny little thorns all over them. And they're stingers. And if I sound a little stressed, it's because my hand is on fire right now. I don't know if I think it might be stinging nettle, which I just grabbed with my bare hands because I'm not sure I was thinking at all. We also thought this was oregano, but it's not, as we found out when Dr. Ben Kayam put a leaf in his mouth and then said, nope, it is not mint, like he thought it was. We did find the mint, which is a field unto itself over there, and very fuzzy. I've never seen fuzzy mint before. We've found out through Go Botany New England, which is amazing, that is cultivated rhubarb. That is, what we have is burdock and comfrey, and I have to check to see which is which. That is one. It has the red center veins, and then we got the oblong things. I was not prepared for how much it grew. All of the weeds, well, not weeds, some of them are weeds, but we make that decision, and frequently it's just based on what we don't want. From one good storm. It's kind of amazing. What also has grown are lettuces and spinaches. And this thing here that I'm not really sure if it's something I put there or not, I don't know what that is. Because it has a seedling that looks like I might have put it there, but it doesn't have leaves that look like anything in particular that I planted. We've also got some raspberries or blackberries coming up here, which are great. Whatever that is, which, you know, I was taught leaves of three, let it be. But, it is also covered in those tiny thorns. So, you know what? I'm just gonna have to bring my good thick gloves and some clippers. Because I'm in immense amounts of pain right now. Let's see, what else? Chives are not starting. I know that they're slow growers, so I'm not getting too particularly concerned. We've got the radishes over here. They're making me very happy to see, even though we don't really eat many radishes. But the greens are great, and I know I have friends who do eat radishes. We've got in here, there's one, the spinach starting that I put down. And actually already have spinach starting over here. I only put that down a few days ago, but the conditions have been better. Some carrots maybe. We finally got the peas. Really getting a good start over here. Plus, again, very copious amounts of what might be considered by some to be weeds. I want to figure out what they are before I do anything about it. Some peas over here. So one of the things I'm finding here is that everything is going to be green. So the question is, do I till it under and just let it go in the time being, or do I try and protect it? I'm torn because I want to be of the till it under variety, except that I still feel like I'm killing something if I do that. But if I pull it up now, then, you know, more is just going to grow. So I think what I'm going to do is till it under. It's something I can do as I need the space. And until I need the space, it doesn't really seem necessary to kill things for no reason other than to make sure something doesn't grow. Oh, we have a spider friend. That little dot that's moving very quickly. I don't know where it went now. But, oh, there it is. That's a spider friend. I'm always glad when there is, like, any kind of wildlife, even insect wildlife, because it means that it's an ecosystem. Obviously, a lot of the stuff was here before I got here. So, honestly, one of my biggest things is going to be figuring out how to make this feel like my plot. You know what I mean? What else do we have here? We're definitely going to be conquering some weeds. I'm trying to leave anything that's flowering because there's not a ton out for the bees right now. Part of the problem is that some of it is definitely overtaking things I'm putting down and trying to cultivate. Although we do have a great amount of spinach and peas over here starting. And we've got, whoa, some road rage over there. We've got some Brussels sprouts, we've got some lettuce, got some grass over here that's going to be a pain in the butt if I don't pull it up. But at the same time, you know, it's a matter of figuring out what you want as ground cover, because I'd always rather have green ground cover than just, you know, chips or something, because again, it creates an ecosystem. That's what I want. However, I also don't want that to, you know, kill off things I'm trying to grow. A lot of the stuff here is edible, but it's not stuff you can have a full diet on. So we're gonna see how this works. We're gonna see what makes it. There were supposed to be kale here, but I don't know if the seeds just were no longer viable, or if I'm looking at things that are going to eventually be kale but don't look like it right now. Doesn't seem like it. Unfortunately, so many seedlings look similar or the same at a very early seedling stage. It's hard to know what to do. I'm also definitely going to have to figure out an irrigation system, which we have a start for that already. Back here is theoretically where I was going to be putting some potatoes. The soil does not look great. You'll notice that this is what this soil looks like. This is what this soil looks like. Green? Not green, but it's getting there. It is getting there, so it might just be, I don't know, a light issue. That's starting to get darker, which is good, that compost. I wanted to turn it, but I think it might be passive for now. And yeah, I was going to do some more, but my hands are on fire right now. So that might wait. But the next thing we are doing that I know for sure is that I am going to be cutting back what I'm assuming are stinging nettles now that I've been stung by them. And some of whatever this is, I'm going to be putting some of the summer squash over here. I'm going to be possibly over there as well. I am also going to be digging out over here where I tried to mulch and putting some of the larger vining squash here. And honestly, all these sweet little green things make me kind of want to just lay down and fall asleep for a while. Focusing. I'm not doing that right now. What I'm doing is planning. So like pumpkins and spaghetti squash over here. To figure out what enjoys drainage most, because I don't want to put tomatoes where they're going to be sopping wet, but I also don't want to put them where they're not getting enough moisture. And what I thought was going to be a problem may be something I shouldn't have solved, because as you can see, not as much is growing here, so I'm slightly concerned that we have a moistness or nutrient problem. We will see. We'll see what happens with the sunflowers when they come in too. That is the experimental quickie cold frame. As you can see, the stuff that was in there is growing obscenely fast. So now we know that's useful. And these beds, that was going to be primarily a brassica bed, but these brassicas are not getting very big. Slightly concerning, although we have had an incredibly unseasonal, incredibly warm streak. And we've got this upper level of the bed is all going to be 4 rows of carrots. It has hardware cloth underneath it so that it can reduce pest problems. This, I honestly thought thought I had a plan for it. Now I don't know. I had to look back at the drawing board, so to speak. I've got a huge map on my desk made of several pieces of graph paper pieced together that tell me what's going where. This, as you can see, some more lettuce. Got some more of this grass that we really don't need there because we also have some spinach, which I'm trying really hard not to accidentally grab instead of the grass. And, and I touched something that stung me again. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're a big person. We can deal with this. Okay. Viraflay. Viraflay. Oh, sorry. Viraflay. Viraflay. You look like something. I don't think I planted you, but you look like I did. Same here. I don't know what that is. But Viraflay. Lettuce, Viraflay, Viraflay, Viraflay. Look at this. Yay! We got some greens going at the least. Whoa. What is that, friend? Look at that, friend. Bright red, awesome looking friend. Holy wow. And then again, as a note to myself, gotta figure out what that is. Gotta figure out exactly what this is over here, although again, I'm pretty sure it's stinging nettle. I'm almost positive it's stinging nettle. We've got these amazing cultivated rhubarb. I don't know what to do with yet. I definitely need to cut this stuff out because it does not like me. I do not like it. I apparently seem to have no actual, I don't know, the idea of making tea or eating these things when it causes me so much hideous amounts of pain on my skin. I don't know if I'm more sensitive to it than others or what, but I don't like the idea of putting it in my body if it makes me feel like this way on the outside of my body. But yeah. Oh, and the eggplants. I think I was originally going to put the eggplants on this ridge, but I might not. I might put the eggplants up there somewhere. I don't know yet. I just feel like this is a really good space for like a summer squash. It's gonna go like outward. That sound didn't make any sense without seeing my hands. Sorry. And then just this I might keep a tarp on. Just to keep it. Of all the places, this I think I am gonna put the tarp on. Because as you can see, the wood chips are not really helping in that regard. And then another friend. I don't know if you can see it. But oh, wow. See if it comes closer. Or if I can, oh. There it is. There's the friend. It's really beautiful. Oh, sorry. Sorry, friend. Sorry. I tried. Yeah, so now we gotta really get on putting stuff in. What's the other stuff? Oh yeah, I didn't, dandelions we're leaving, by the way. I know it's a very controversial stance for many people, but we leave the dandelions. We like the dandelions. They feed the bees, and we like them. This is, as you can see, where I accidentally left my soil thermometer, which is telling me that, yeah, it is definitely time to put stuff in the ground. So we have a bed here, fully cultivated bed, which you couldn't tell from the things I left in it, but this has been around strawberries completely turned over. This is for a plot of quinoa. We have a bed over here that was minimally turned over, so I only pulled things that were directly becoming a problem shading wise, and then I dug out spots for each plant. There's a sunflower in the middle there and the other one. Sitting here going, shit, where was the other one? I think this is, oh yep, and this is, I really got to put signage. I thought I'd remember, but I'm not. This is the other bed for the quinoa, which I think I'm genuinely going to have to start pulling stuff. Like I said, I really don't like pulling established plants, but I don't see how the seeds I put in here are going to be able to get enough nutrients or light to start. And if nothing else, I do know I can cut back some of the clover and some of the mint. Definitely cut back some of the mint. I might pull some of that today. I kind of want to pull this, but I'm afraid to touch it because it's fuzzy, and I don't know if the fuzzy is actually fuzzy or pointy. And there's our friend again. I don't know if you can see it on here. Also, I've confirmed that those things there are not onions. They might be leeks, but they're not onions. I pulled one and stuck it back in. That's about it. Okay, bye.